like, subscribe, and share the video. The purpose of me making this video is to show you the ignorance and hypocrisy of the United States. It is as if the United States is on drugs. We understand, or we know, that cocaine was found in the White House and that they're having gay sex and filming it in the White House. This is not how you run a country. Now, I want to show you the difference between the United States and Russia, particularly Putin and Donald Trump is a perfect example of the hypocrisy and the cognitive dissonance of the United States. Putin, who is the president of Russia, is a military veteran. He joined the military to fight for his country, which proves he loves his country. And he was also a member of the KGB, which he is in charge of now. He's done all this to protect his country, hands on, and to prove his love for his country. Unlike Donald Trump, who's had 5 deferment to avoid real military duty. Putin does not hug the flag. He put his life on the line for Russia. Putin is running for president of Russia this year. You will not hear campaign speeches saying Donald Trump wants me to be president. Putin does not really care who becomes president of the United States. His love is for Russia and the Russian people. Now, he was asked the question. He didn't volunteer this information. He was asked a question for what? Propaganda purposes. Who would he prefer? His answer was, it's really none of my business. Putin is not a liar. They say that he picked Donald Trump. Well, understand this. Russia is in a proxy war against NATO, and NATO is led by the United States. So Russia is at war with the United States. So if Putin is going to pick a person that he would want to be president of the United States, he would pick the weaker of the two to help secure victory. Him calling, saying that he would prefer Trump, is calling Trump a fool and inconsistent with American policy. Putin would also not want the wiser man in office. Donald Trump is so ignorant, and his campaign is so ignorant, and he expects the people of the United States to be so ignorant as to accept this as a reason to vote for Donald Trump. It is not. Now, if Donald Trump said that he wants to end the war in the Ukraine, he wants to end the genocide going on in Israel, he wished that America could be a part of BRICS, or he would try to mediate some type of an agreement with BRICS. That would be reason to vote for Donald Trump, because all of these things would be in the best interest of America. Not asking NATO to pay their fair share of the war in Ukraine, which means he would still be involved in the war. He just wants them to pay their part. And he said nothing about the genocide going on in Israel, or the wasted money being spent in the war. It's not even the war, in the genocide that's going on in Israel, because they're going to lose the war. Iran is supported by Russia, who has defeated NATO and the United States in the Ukraine, and is backing up the decolonization, of Africa by the European Union and America. He is helping to kick America out and to devalue the dollar, because he was the mastermind behind BRICS. Now understand this. If you don't know anything about BRICS, anything about what's going on in Africa, Ukraine, or Israel, shut up. Because if all you're doing is getting your information from the American media, from American mainstream media, then you know nothing. Because this country is built on lies and propaganda. Now, I'm gonna say one thing in closing. The person that Putin respects is Ibrahim Traore, who is the coup leader of Burkina Faso. That's who he respects, because this is another military man, another military genius. Understand this. Putin is not a racist. Putin is not a racist. He simply is not. His main concern is Russia. He doesn't interfere in the politics of other countries. He's not going to put sanctions on a country because they are against same-sex marriage. That is not what Putin is about. Putin does not hug the flag. He does not wave the Bible around. He is not a liar. He is not someone that you play games with. And understand this. He understands a weak man when he sees one, because he can read their body language. And for Donald Trump to say that Putin wants him to be president, and for people to see this as a reason to vote for Donald Trump, you are a fool. Now understand this. I respect Putin. I wish he were president of the United States, because he loves his country and he's dedicated to his country. And if Putin was president of the United States, this racism would have long been ended. Russia has never colonized or enslaved any people in their history. It is against their religion. Understand what I'm saying? It is against the Russian religion. It is against Russia's Christian religion to enslave or colonize people. Like and subscribe and share the video, and I'll see you around.